Hi guys, it's me, Brittany. I am doing another video tonight. It's in a way it's a messages from heaven, but in another way it's a bit of an introduction about me. I've had some people say some pretty strange things to me lately, like they don't understand. So I'm just gonna spell it all out. Some people understand, others don't. So this is just a bit of an introduction, if you will. Well, let's just start at the beginning. My name is Brittany. I've been a medium, I guess, because I've only recently started giving readings, so that's probably only been about a month or so, but I've been able to see and communicate with the great beyond for quite a bit of my life, and it has caused me quite a bit of anxiety and depression. I've tried to hide it, I've tried to suppress it, but I can't do that anymore, so I have embraced it, and doing so has caused me to release that anxiety and release all of those fears. I'm overall a happier person since I've started embracing it. I have less anxiety attacks, which is great for me. Woo! But being a psychic medium, that is very different than a psychic with a crystal ball or something like that. I cannot tell you the future. I can't tell you the winning lottery numbers. It's not how it works, because if it did, I wouldn't be living in Paw Paw, Michigan. I wouldn't live in Lawton, Michigan. I wouldn't live in Dowagiac, Michigan. I would be living on a cruise ship, traveling the world with, 25 of my closest friends, or 250 of my closest friends, depending on how many lotteries I won, I guess. I don't know. But I can't, so here I am in Michigan in the wintertime with its bipolar winter. Yeah, I said it. It was 54 degrees yesterday, and it's, 19 today. That's the warmest it's been all day. That's not including the wind chill. But, so that's what I do. I talk to dead people. I can see dead people. And it's not just the past who I can see. People think it's even stranger when I tell them I can see angels. I talk to angels on a regular basis, on a daily basis most of the time. Usually it's just the Archangel Azrael, and he is the healer of lost and hurt souls. He's not the Grim Reaper. He helps guide the lost, and I believe that's why he's probably one of my guides, is because my goal is to help as many people heal as possible. If I can help you heal some old wounds or some open and festering wounds that I have the hiccups. the death of a loved one has caused you, then that's a victory for me. That's what I started out doing, why I started out giving readings and helping people. It's not to get famous, it's not even to get, the only reason I want my name to be known is for people to come see me so I can help them heal. That's about it. I'm not doing this for money. I'm not looking for riches and everything like that. That's just, that cruise ship dream's never gonna last. Anyway, summer will come and I'll get over that. And so yeah, that's how that is. So we covered dead people, covered my guide Azrael. I sometimes speak to the Archangel Michael. That's usually when a warning is coming through for me, or he feels it's very necessary to give me a swift kick to the rear end to get me moving, because unfortunately they can't help everybody, so they have people like me who can help more people than just the few that they can help. You know, they are angels, but they do have limitations as well. They're not God or whatever you believe in or whoever you believe in. And even more strange is sometimes I can see the Fae realm. I don't know if any of you know what that is. That's like fairies and trolls and crap like that, and pixies. That usually happens around summertime. They like warmer weather. But that's pretty rare for me. Yeah, it's even out there for me. But some people can see them all the time. I'm glad I'm not one of them. Anyway, the reason I thought I needed to explain all of this is, especially the Michael one, because people a lot of times don't believe that people can talk to angels, which I don't know why that's so much harder for people to believe than, hey, she talks to dead people. Why is it so hard to believe people can talk to angels too? Anyway, I was sitting here the other night, I'm getting back on track, and a random phrase came into my head, and I knew it was from the Bible. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I've read the entire Bible, because I haven't. I haven't been to church in a long time. Do I believe in God? Yes. That is my preference. Okay, that is my choice. However, I have not read the entire Bible, front to back. It's not time for me to read all of that. I have read quite a majority of it. Well, let's take that back. I've read some of it. But I know the phrase and the saying was from the Bible. I just didn't know where. And I didn't even know where it came from. And it came on the heels of a pretty bad feeling that I had building up in me. So I knew there was a message coming through. But I didn't know who it was from. I didn't know who it was for. I didn't know what it was, to be honest with you. I hadn't fully formed yet. And because I am so new at this, I tend to fight the messages that come through because I have a very logical brain. I like to analyze things. I like to think about them. But with this gift that I have, I can't do that because it's literally me just using my mouth to tell you other people's thoughts, to tell you other people's emotions. So it's very hard for me to not analyze everything. So I wasn't sure where this message came from, and I'll get to the saying here in a minute. But it was, when it did come to me, it was like, I know I've heard it before. I just don't know where to find it. I don't know the exact wording of it. So I went to Google, obviously. You know how that is. You don't know something, head on over to Google. Google knows everything. So I Googled it and I got the verse. I don't even know what it's called. The book, the chapter and the verse of it. And it was Psalms 23:4. It says, "Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil." And that really keeps resonating with me. And once that fully came through, and I found the verse in the Bible, and I wrote it down. This is, where is it? It's right here. It's this one right here. And once I had it written down, I realized that it was Michael, the Archangel Michael, coming through. And he was trying to give me a warning. And he said to me, just keep flipping. I will give you the messages through these verses that you need. You need to write these down. You need to heed these. You need to realize them. And I was like, okay, you haven't steered me wrong, so we'll do it your way this time. So as I was sitting here in my room, just chilling with my heating pad, because it's cold outside, and watching Supernatural. Yeah, big Supernatural fan. Watched them all. Don't judge me. I love them. If you watched them, you'd love them too. Anyway, as I was flipping through my handy dandy Bible that is older than I am. Yeah, I keep that handy. I do. See all these tabs? I had to go through and put tabs on the books again because the ones that came with them, no longer there. Anyway, so I went through and I found all the ones that I needed. And another thought that occurred to me was you need to, sorry, my dog's trying to bust up in here. She's nosy like that. But, I lost my train of thought. It happens a lot. I have somebody talking over here, somebody talking over here. Happens all the time. Anyway, because that was such kind of like to me it was a sinister warning saying there's darkness coming, although you will be protected, you will have the light holding your hand through the whole thing. So I went through, and because I have a lot of Celtic blood running through my veins, I don't know if it's Irish, I don't know if it's Scottish, all I know is it's Celtic, and it's a really prominent thing with me. Whenever I think of protection symbols, I think of the cross, I think of crucifixes, but I also think of Celtic protection symbols. So I went on Google and I found some protection symbols here. Don't mind that one. That one's a mess up. But I drew them and I was so proud of myself. I know, right? I don't have a talented bone in my body when it comes to drawing, but I was so excited. So I took these two symbols and I paired them with the Palms verse that I just read you. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. And I made a little thing with my handy dandy graph paper. Still got that. And then I also have another one with this one. One of the other verses that came through from Michael was, the words of the wicked are to lie in wait for blood, but the mouth of the upright shall deliver them. And that really resonated with me because I have been, the messages coming through, I gave myself a reading the other day, and someone with good intentions, and this is a general reading for everybody because it's so prominent these days, the words of the wicked will be delivered by the mouth of the upright, okay? That means somebody's coming to you with a false tone, okay? That's what that means. It means don't take anything at face value. Don't take them at their word. Literally question it. That's what that means for me. Don't trust the words if it doesn't feel right. Question it. Just question it. Does that make sense? And then I sat here and that's what I did my entire evening. Mind you, I watched, 4 episodes of Supernatural on Netflix. So that's 42 minutes each. So for those, however long that is, I don't know, nearly 4 hours, like 3.5 hours right there, I spent with my Bible, going through and highlighting things that needed to be highlighted, writing things down, finding the symbols, and then posting them. Not online, I posted them on my wall. Literally my wall, not my Facebook wall. But that's what I spent my night on, and afterwards I felt like I truly understood the message that he was trying to say to me. And now it was time for me to share it. So I shared those two with you, and obviously my go-to prayer for any time I feel threatened, or I feel some sort of a psychic attack, or I feel threatened from somebody from the other side across the veil, I go to the Lord's Prayer, and I picture the Lord's light around me. I picture my own light emanating out of me. I call my guides. I call Azrael. I call Michael. I call any archangel that's listening. I call any angel that's listening. I call my ancestors to me, so that darkness and that evil, the shadow of evil, will know that I'm protected. And I always go to the Lord's Prayer. And for those of you who don't know it, it's Matthew chapter 6, verses 9 and 10. It says, "Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven." And that's what I'd go to. I close my eyes, I picture the light, and I keep repeating that until I feel safe again. And I think that's something that people really don't understand, is that if you open yourself up and you believe and you ask for that protection, then you'll get it. You just have to ask for it. That's the hardest thing, and I understand that. Asking for help is extremely hard. Asking for protection is hard. Asking for help, asking for anything really is hard. Especially in this generation, not in just this generation, in this time, in this world. It's really hard to be yourself, to believe what you believe without people judging you. So that being said, that's the introduction to me. Yay! Let's do a little bit of a reading here. I'm just gonna do the 3 cards again. I didn't do this video live this time because I'm going to post it on YouTube as well. I hope to post videos on there every couple of days, once a week or something like that. It'll probably be the same video I post on my Mitten Medium page on Facebook. Yeah. So if you do have any questions, just shoot me a message. Put something in the comments. I don't care what you do. If you have questions, you don't want to ask me, ask somebody else. I don't care. Okay, so, well, these are fitting, aren't they? Great. Okay, so, the first card that I pulled here. Okay, and this is a different deck than I've been using. Most of you will recognize my chakra cards. I post pictures of them, a little meaning of them for the messages from heaven. These are Animal Wise, and I don't know who they're by at this very moment, but I can get the information if you want. Just shoot me a message. Anyway, the first card is Death, which we just talked about that with the Palms 23-4. However, this card doesn't necessarily mean somebody's gonna die. All it means is you're closing a door. Well, in this instance, you're closing a door, you're closing it right in somebody's face. Boom. Just like that. Don't be afraid to close a door in somebody's face. You're closing a door and opening another one. I don't care if it's an attic door that you're closing or opening or crawling out a window. This is what you're doing. You're closing that door. Bye-bye. So just be aware that that's what's happening. You're closing the door. Whoop, whoop. Something's changing. Be prepared. All right. Don't be afraid. Even though if you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, don't fear evil. All right. And the second one is, bam. Look at the cute little salamander. the unique inspirations and aid. However, with this card, you have to be careful because you're going to be expecting, with that door being firmly closed, you're going to be expecting other doors to open. However, it's not going to happen right away. Okay, you got to be patient for that. And this one's the warning card. You would think, what? No, the death card's the warning card. No, it's not. That's the door closing. This is the wicked words spoken by the upright. Okay, your inspiration isn't going to come immediately. I hate to say that because everybody's like, ooh, let's go. Yeah. No, this card is telling you to be aware of people who would lead you astray, who would lead you wrong, who aren't actually in your corner, okay? So just be aware of that. And you might think that they are all on those things and they're here to help you and they're wanting you to succeed and grow and all that good stuff, but it's not. That's not how this is working. With this guy being followed by this one, it means you need to be aware of this one, okay? Just keep your wits about you with this one, okay? You'll know when your inspiration comes. You'll know when that next door opens or the window opens, but it's not going to be immediately, and somebody is in the room with you when you close the door and they're not going to be your friend, okay? It's the only way I can put it to you. The last one, balance your work and your play. It's a cute little porcupine. That's right, I said porcupine because he's cute. I think it's actually a porcupine. Yeah, it's a porcupine. It's a Michigan thing. You know, you're from Michigan, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, this one's telling you not to work too hard, not to play too hard. Okay? Don't play too hard, don't work too hard, but you gotta balance them. Don't be all about work. Don't kill yourself for a job that's gonna replace you tomorrow. And the same time, however, do not play so hard that you forget to work. You have to make a living. I understand that. They could replace you tomorrow. So what? You need the money. Okay? That's all I'm saying. You need the money. So you better go to work. You can't play all the time. You can't be up in the club doing whatever. No. You gotta go to work. You have to balance them. That's the thing. That's the balance. It's the whole universe thing, right? Light and dark and work and play and love and hate and all that other stuff. So balance it all out. And this is not finished. So honestly, I have to pull another couple of cards because that message ain't done. I hear it right here. I hear it. They're talking. So you better pull some more cards because they're not done. They need a little bit more information, Brittany. So I'll give you some more information. How's that? Bam! Oh, crap. Alright. You got the Cobra. It's sudden decisions and actions. Do I have these upside down? Or is that one just... Great. It's the universe. Always a good time. This goes back, right back to the death card. Okay? That door's closing. Okay? And you've closed it firmly. It's going to take a lot to close that door. And I hate to tell you this, but it's going to be a struggle to close that door. Okay? You're going to have to put all your effort into closing that door. I'm so sorry. I wish I had better news for you. But you're really going to have to put your weight into it. And it's going to be a slow process to close that door. And an even slower process to open the next one. So you're going to be in limbo for a minute. So if you're planning on changing jobs or something, I would have another one ready for you before you close the other one. Because you're going to be in limbo for a minute with whatever it is you choose to do. Do you understand? So if you're making some big career decisions, make sure you have something lined up so you can pay your bills. Bam! Next card. Why is this like this? Oh, crap. The Five of Ancients. The gecko. Why are we getting so many lizards? Alright? This tells me that there's a serpent coming. Okay? That means there's somebody... Oh, sorry. I don't know what that was. I had cereal. That was terrible. Great. There's a serpent coming for you. Okay? That means you need to be on your A game. Okay? This one says you have to do what you have to do in your times of struggle. That goes back to this one. Being in limbo. Make sure you have a job to pay your bills. Otherwise, you're going to lose your house. You're going to lose your car. You might even lose your kids. I don't know. Make sure you have something backed up. Go live with mommy and daddy. I don't care. Make sure you have something lined up because you're going to have to do what you're going to have to do to make ends meet. Okay? You closed that door and it was hard and it took everything you had to close that door. You're going to need to find somewhere to hole up and recover. That's what this card means. As I shake it so you can't see it. Like that little old man, get off my lawn! Yeah, I went there. Ooh. This is finally a good card. Yeah. The Crow. Unexpected energy and magic. So, after you went and licked all your wounds and done what you needed to do to struggle and scrape by, finally that other door is going to open. However, you need to be aware it's not going to open immediately. Remember, we talked about this when I started pulling cards. It's not going to happen immediately, but it does happen eventually. So you need to be aware. This is probably going to happen around springtime. That's what I'm feeling, okay? So if you're closing doors now, be prepared to have everything settled and in order until at least April. Because this card doesn't happen until spring. So you need to keep that in mind. Okay? One more. We'll do one more card. I knew it. Alright. You have your longevity, honor, and justice. Everything works out in the end the way you want it to. Okay? That sudden decision that you had to make. The opening of the new door. You were with this card, you were completely on the other side of the door now, and you're walking down the hallway, walking down the street. I don't know where the door leads. That's for you to know. All I know is that it's gonna work for you. Alright? Well, I know this has been a long video, the longest one yet. Don't worry, there'll be more of these. I don't know why I was so, long-winded today, but I am. Anyway, speaking of doors, I have just the quote for you. It's Revelations chapter 3, verse 8. It says, I know thy works. Behold, I have set before thee an open door, and no man can shut it. For thou hast a little strength, and hast kept my word, and hast not denied my name. Well, isn't that just poetic? I was going to say the F word, but we'll keep it PG. So there you go. You're closing a door. God's helping you close that door. Whatever deity you think or whatever you know, whatever deity you believe in, it's helping you close that door and helping you open another one. Just be patient, guys. Okay? I love yous.